Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Meek, the word is praus, and it has to do with not being weak, not being scared, not being timid. It is a word that was later used by the Romans to describe war horses. A horse that someone could sit on in battle, and it would be valiant to go where the rider wanted it to go, and it would not cower, but it was totally submitted to the one riding. And so what you see is a strength under control. When you think about people that were meek in the Bible, Moses was 80 years old confronting a Pharaoh about holding people captive. Think about Joseph. Joseph stood at 30 years of age after being pulled out of jail, and he stood strong, and he refused to sin, and he looked at the Pharaoh who thought he was God incarnate, and he said, "My God, the real God, will give me the interpretation for your dream." And ended up, the Pharaoh saw so much strength in him that he made him the most powerful person in all the land. And he ended up saving all of the known civilized world that was around them. Then you got a guy named Daniel. Daniel was meek, yet Daniel stood up when he was commanded not to pray anymore. He refused to obey that. Then you've got David. David walked in meekness. He killed Goliath. David became the king. And then you've got Jesus. I don't think any of us, if we saw Jesus in action, like the real Jesus, there's no way we're calling that man weak. Not even physically. They didn't have power tools. This guy's a carpenter. He's a builder. He made a whip and walked into the temple, and everybody took off running when he decided it was time to flip some tables over. Jesus is meek, and he said, "Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth." There's something about walking in submission to our Lord. It's power under control. It's not weakness, it's meekness.